Mama, I did not mean to steal the bracelet. Please believe me. Shh. My baby girl, I believe you. I carried you for 9 months and I know you can never do such a thing. This is all my fault. It is all my fault. Please, Chioma, forgive me. Panic flows through Chioma's vein. Ada had vanished, leaving her to face the consequences alone. Chioma stood with guilt in her eyes as the villagers gathered, their accusing fingers pointing at her as the stolen bracelet fell from her bag. It was the custom of Okon to beat and arrest anyone caught stealing. Chioma could not stop her tears as they flowed. Her tongue remained tied down, not being able to defend herself. Just when she thought her word had ended, a voice said from the crowd, "I asked her to take the bracelet and I'll pay for it now." Everyone was surprised to see Prince Chimaobi, and everywhere became silent as everyone knew the prince was a kind and a well-principled man. So they all went back to their various shops. The prince paid for the bracelet and led Chioma out of the market square. The prince did not understand why Chioma collected the bracelet without paying, but he did not ask her. Instead, he let her cry in his chest and later took her home after calming her down. They walked quietly, not saying much to each other, but before they parted, Chioma said, looking at the prince, "I am so sorry for embarrassing you today, my prince. I swear I did not mean to collect the bracelet without paying. Please believe me." The prince, despite not knowing Chioma for long, believed every word she said. Ngozi, who overheard what had happened to her daughter from Ada, hugged her immediately as she entered their hut and began with a tearing voice, "My child." Chioma, fearing the worst, immediately cut her mother short. "Mother, Mama, I did not mean to steal the bracelet. Please believe me." Shh. My baby girl, I believe you. I carried you for 9 months and I know you can never do such a thing. This is all my fault. It is all my fault. Please, Chioma, forgive me. I should have not given you the obedience portion. And that was how her mother told her everything that transpired after she was born, that led to her obeying everybody's command. It was a sober moment for Chioma as she forgave her mother. Newfound hope arose in her. She was happy to finally know why she always obeyed everyone's command, even the ones that are against her will. Chioma, with determination to alter the course, went with her parents to Udu the following week. They searched everywhere for the native doctor who gave her mother the obedience portion. At last, Ezenwai was found, but their hope crumbled when she told them that she cannot do anything about the obedience portion that was given to Chioma many years ago. Chioma's hope was crushed as they went back to Ukwo. Her parents could not predict what was going through her mind because Chioma refused to eat or say anything to anyone. She remained in her room for days, not willing to accept her fate as a slave to other people's command. The days spent in solitude without food and drinks gave Chioma a new perspective of life. She did not know how she would break free from the curse of obedience, but she believed she would be free to do her will and scream no to the things she does not want to do. Ada After di incident at di market square burns with jealousy. The prince is mine and mine alone, and if I cannot have him nobody else will, said Ada with an evil smile. Chioma tried all she could to avoid Ada in everything and everywhere she goes, but Ada keeps appearing before her, pleading for forgiveness. After much pleading from Chineye, Ada's mother, Chioma forgave Ada. The prince started visiting Chioma often, and she was always looking forward to his next visit. Whenever the prince visited, they would talk, play, gist like long time friends. Chioma no longer felt compelled to do anything as long as the prince was around. She felt free. She had tried severally to tell the prince about the curse that was laid upon her, but the prince keeps waving off the subject because it makes her moody. Chioma felt guilty for a while, but her newfound feeling of freedom around the prince made her forget about the curse. One fateful day, the prince came to Chioma's compound, and instead of the usual manner of visiting, he did not stay long. He came to give Chioma an invitation card to the royal party happening the next day, but instead he met Ada, and Ada informed him that Chioma and her mother went to the market. She offered to help him give Chioma the card, and he happily agreed. They saw the royal invitation card as the opportunity they have been waiting for to get closer to the prince. They prepared very early on the day of the party and left for the event. Chioma, on the other hand, was worried because the prince had told her about the party and promised to bring her an invitation card. And since she hasn't heard anything from him, she decided to take a chance by going to the palace. Ada saw Chioma approaching the palace and fear gripped her. She quickly excused herself, went to Chioma and said, "Chioma, what are you doing here?" Chioma looked at Ada with a confused expression and said, "I don't understand. What am I doing here? You, what are you doing here?" Ada was dumbfounded as she did not expect Chioma to speak back. Chioma left Ada and went to the palace gate to check for the prince. Chineye, who was having the best time of her life, saw Chioma and immediately looked around for the sight of the prince. And having confirmed the prince was not close by, she went to the palace gate, dragged Chioma to a lowly corner and said, "What are you doing here, young woman?" Chioma was a bit confused as to why mother and child was asking her the same question when she should be the one asking them. Chineye continued, "Anyway, since you are already here, I command you to look for the prince. Tell him you do not like him or want anything to do with him anymore. And if he doubts you, here, take this dagger, give him a cut." Chineye finished and went back inside. Chioma's mouth opened in disbelief as tears rolled down her cheeks. She kept fighting the words of Ada's mother. Ngozi, who heard everything Chineye had just said, could not believe she was that evil all along. She hugged Chioma and told her she is stronger than she thinks. "My daughter, my eyes are open now. You are not cursed. I am your mother. I did not curse you, and therefore no curse uttered on your behalf will hurt you or harm you. Enough is enough. I could not fight for you when you were a child, but not anymore. I will fight for you till my last breath," said Chioma's mother with confidence and courage. The prince, who had been looking for Chioma, sighed in relief when he saw her at the palace gate. He happily walked up to her not knowing the inner battle she was fighting. At the sight of the prince, Chioma's desire to fulfill Chineye's command began to stir up. She tried to run away from the prince, but he soon caught up with her and went on one knees. "Chioma, will you marry me and be the princess of Okon?" asked the prince with all excitement, as he had anticipated this day from the very first time he saw her. Her hands shook as she fought between her desire and the desire to obey her last command. The sight of the prince proposing soon attracted everyone's attention, and they gathered around, waiting for her answer. Chioma, who could not take it anymore, gave a loud cry as the dagger fell from her hand. "Yes! Yes! I will marry you!" In tears, Chioma told everyone present in the palace her story, and Chineye also confessed to being the cause of Chioma's ninth cry. Therefore, Chineye and her daughter Ada were banished from the village of Okon forever for their wickedness.